Ay, give me the chip, I need the championship. Wait, we got a dream, next to the team, yeah, we can handle it. Wait, soon as I go and I step in arenas, they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand. Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy say that's overdue. My ring, shouldn't be immortalized. Yeah, they know it's true. They couldn't walk a mile or even fit into my shoes. Still, I got a lot to prove, but for all that we've been through, this overdue. This the anthem. Pull up and you know the team is strong. This your anthem. All my underdogs. Everybody get your hands up. Sometimes it's hard, but we made it through. We were struggling for a minute, so that we...
Taking a look at Boston. They have a chance to end things right here, Greg, on their floor, up 3-1. What's their mindset? You've been here before. What's their mindset coming into this one?
Well, I think this is where they expected to be when the series began, and they have their eyes on a much bigger prize down the road. So the last thing they want to do is drop this one and prolong this thing. I think they will probably have more intensity tonight than we've seen through the first 4 games.
And as you always say, just take care of business.
Yes, sir.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. We've got Bird. Malone is out there at morning. And it's Drexel. And it's Parker in at the guard position. Shot clock at 2. Bird way outside. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Back to Robertson. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to Mobley. Over Parker. A nice shot by Mobley.
Adapted fending off aggressive coverage. Mobley already looking like a vet out there.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Bird to the paint. Here's Mourning. Great play by Bird to set it up.
Check out Mourning inside, where he operates with such confidence. This close in, he knows he's got the shot.
Now here's Mobley. Pass to Barry. Here's Robertson, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
At the line for the Celtics, Oscar Robertson.
The free throw drops for Robertson. Both good from the line that time.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Parker dishes to Mourning. Pass to Drexel. Trying to find Bird. He's got it now. Robertson against Malone. The shot by Robertson, no good. The Raptors are gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Mobley outside. Back to Robertson. Mobley outside. Fires the 3. Toronto grabs the miss. They come into this game after losing on Saturday.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
A loss is a loss, but some of them hurt more than others. You just hope the extended overtime minutes didn't zap their energy for this game.
And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Malone. The Celtics making a switch here. Love's checked in. Magic Johnson, he checked in for Toronto. Raptors on defense, trailing by 2. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. And here's Bird for 3, traps in the tray.
This is just what Bird does. He makes shooting from range look easy.
Robertson passes to McGrady, puts the move on, and no good there with the double clutch.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
And the 3 ball is good.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside?
On the wing, Malone. Mourning with the screen, and Toronto turns it over again. Joe Dumars, he's checked in for Barry. And the Raptors also making a change. Hudson's checked in. Robertson dishes to McGrady. And here's Love from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
There's not a lot that he can do, but stretch the floor is one of the things that Kevin Love is a specialist at.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. Looking for a breather. And maybe just one or two things to talk about. Barry's checked in for Boston. Richardson comes in for Robertson. The Raptors making a switch here. 1:06 left to play in the first quarter. They double-team Johnson. Pass to Shays. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Here's McGrady. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And watching McGrady, you see the length and athleticism. He's a matchup nightmare for most teams.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Sabonis, he's checked in for Toronto. And McGrady drops them both. Raptors trail by 5. Down low, here's Hudson. Hudson, great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now, here's Richardson. McGrady outside. 5 on the clock. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Richardson against Parker. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's Shays. Off with the layup. And so the first quarter is in the books. Boston on top, up by 5. We've got more in store for you right after this. So glad to have you with us here as we bring you more action from courtside at Game 5. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Celtics?
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnover.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. They've got Sabonis. Tony Parker is out there with Magic Johnson. Then there's Hudson. And it's Shays in at the 4 slot. Celtics leading by 5 to the middle. Richardson the pass to Love. Mobley, he's checked in for Boston. And the Raptors also making a change. Drexler, he's checked in for Hudson. Richardson against Parker. Richardson, good. Richardson's got the lead up to 7 now for Boston.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Sabonis sets the pick for Drexler. With the drive. It's blocked. Parker against Richardson. Pass to Dumars. Here's Barry. Lock at 6. Mobley a screen. 16 feet away. Bank shot. No good.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Now here's Richardson. Good D by Parker. Now Johnson. Still without a basket. Shays the pass to Sabonis. Parker against Richardson. Pass to Sabonis. Rebound Boston. Mobley's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Dumars. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Magic Johnson picks one up. The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And some changes there for the Celtics. McGrady comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Robertson in for Richardson. Raptors also changing it up. Malone comes in for Sabonis. And it's Bird in for Johnson. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Here's Parker. Basket good.
Despite his size, Parker's got the speed and the ball skills to be a successful scorer inside.
Pass to Barry. Robertson kicks to Dumars. Cranes the three-pointer. Dumars got 5 points so far.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Malone. Hasn't made one yet. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And that's the last guy we want to defend inside. Malone is just too good near the hoop.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the Celtics making a change here. Love's checked in. Johnson, he's checked in for the Raptors. Celtics leading by 9. Love outside. Back to Robertson. That's in there. Love with the assist.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Johnson, the pass to Shea. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of the game. Back to Robertson. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Pass to Drexler. Rebounded by the Celtics. McGrady passes to Love. Back to McGrady. And that one is stuffed right through.
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
Here's Shames. Pass to Drexler. Bird looking it over. Here's Malone.
And Malone, a remarkable power forward. His footwork, incredible. And that jump shot is wet.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game. So both teams making some changes here. And both free throws good for Malone. And here's Boston. They're on a 13-5 run here. Robertson dishes to Mobley. Here's Barry. From outside, off the mark. And it's Drexler with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. It's a 13-point game. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Holds it up there for Mobley. Drexler with the steal. Here's Parker. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, but I love that from Parker, playing on the front foot.
Raptors have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. That one misses. Malone passes to Mourning. It's blocked. Mobley with it. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Boston Celtics enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we'll be right back after this.
This has been a struggle for them, to say the least. They're completely discombobulated. That's why they're shooting under 30%.
Looking at how the Celtics... And that is it for halftime.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. Nice game. Great performance by Tracy McGrady.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
His performance shows no sign of any nerves. Great job controlling your emotions.
Tracy McGrady is out there with Robertson. Then it's Evan Mobley. Then there's Barrett. And it's Eaton in at the 5 down low. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. Meeting the defense with power, McGrady holds nothing back and finishes in motion.
The Celtics have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. And he makes the first but misses the second. Raptors trail by 13. Parker, right side. Oh, that's blocked. Parker against Robertson. Malone with the rebound. Raptors shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. Drexler against the bucket.
Not someone who stops the ball. Malone makes great decisions when he passes it.
Inside, here's Eaton, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And the timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Toronto with the ball, trailing by 13. Parker outside, warning a screen on Robertson. It's stolen. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen by Bird. Now here's Parker. Bird outside. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And this is postseason play at its finest, refusing to give up shots here in the playoffs. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
Now, here is Bird. Just 5 to shoot. Over Barry. Bird can't hit.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. And here are the Raptors now after the basket by Boston. On the wing, Drexler. McGrady covering. 3-pointer, Bird. And again, no good by Toronto.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good. Kevin Love's checked in for Mobley. The Raptors also with a sub. Johnson's checked in. Raptors trail by 19. They need this. It's good from long range.
Nice seeing Johnson drain the 3-ball, proving how lethal of a scorer he can be.
Robertson passes to Eaton. McGrady outside. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for him.
The shot misses. Good D by Love. Here's Robertson, and the layup's good off the glass. Robertson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
1:16 left to play here in the 3rd. Back to Malone. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Another shot. It's blocked.
And having Eaton protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Johnson kicks to Bird. To the paint. Here's Malone. And the jam by Karl Malone.
I love watching Malone just use that strength. He's so good at just kind of burrowing his way inside and then finishing above the rim.
Here's Eaton. McGrady outside. Those three-pointers off the mark.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Bird kicks to Johnson. It's stolen by McGrady. Barry the pass to Love. Robertson with it. Oh, wide open look from Love. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Love's got 5 now. And so it's the Boston Celtics closing out the quarter with a 20. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Malone is out there with Hudson. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Drexler. And it's Shays in at the center, filling out the middle.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Hudson dishes to Drexler. That one falls. Drexler's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Toronto.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
Here's Richardson. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Over Richardson. Johnson against Richardson. Malone, a screen on Richardson. Johnson, the pass to Malone. That one's not going to go. Good D by Mobley. Boston leading by 18. Here's McGrady. Here's Love. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And when Kevin Love entered in the league, he became one of the best offensive rebounders we have ever seen. Big man still grabbing boards.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Malone. And stolen by Mobley. For the finish. And Mobley throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
McGrady against Hudson. To the inside. Here's Malone. And the Raptors miss again.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Yeah, he's got great position, and it makes it a really tough shot, even from such close range.
Now, here's Mobley. Count it.
I like the focus from Mobley against the contest, not letting it throw him off his look.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And clearly an important junction. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Malone kicks to Parker. Toronto working the ball around now. Drexler scanning the floor. Shot clock at 6. Hands it from downtown.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch and shoot game.
Now here's Dumars. And he drives in. Kicks it out to Richardson. Pass to Houston. Love with the screen for Thompson. Shoots over Malone. Thompson misses.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
Kicks it out to Drexler. Bird outside. Over Houston. And again, it's Toronto converting.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
Celtics leading by 19 points. And a little over.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for Boston.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And I clearly think they showed to be the better team over the course of the series.
Hey, anytime you can win in 5, I mean, tonight, of course, they are way out in front. You take a lot of that mojo into the next round. We'll see if they can keep this same sort of competitive attitude as the stakes get higher. The competition also gets tougher.
Third left side. Pass to Malone. Mourning a screen on Thompson. To the paint. And the dunk by Mourning. So it's Boston now. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Love outside. Lets it go with a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Celtics lead by 20.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And they're going to move on to the conference semifinals. They had control the whole series, and they are just rolling now, winning round 1, 4 games to 1.
And they are going to be tough to beat, Kevin. A few days rest afforded by taking this one in 5. Round 2 should be exciting as well.
Well, that'll do it for now. And you can join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Tracy McGrady.
Have at it, man. It's there for you, bro. The mic and get on top of the beat. Becomes an instant classic when he 40 speak. My lyrics poke out just like a widow peak. I go like I got Fanny to fetch, refuse to lose. Ain't no recess commercials or interludes. Right now I'm off my own and I'm at the crib. And it's this new to your OG from the but I'm still not out of the woods yet.